Chat, it's time to play Oxygen Not Included. I did some additional playing of it to try and work out some plans exactly how we're going to proceed here. So I think I have my mind together with exactly what I want to do. So we're not just like getting in and being like, well, time to stare and plan and just like not do anything for another half an hour, 5 years, while I try and say, what exactly do I want to do? I have plans, so we don't have to just sit around. We're gonna take action, move fast, and get the base rolling. Here we go, with Oxygen Not Included. And I don't want to just hit resume game, because that's gonna take me to the wrong save. I want to go down here. And here you can see all of my sinful names of past files. Stream fun, that's what I want. Load the game. Den of Sin. Yes, I was naming all of my duplicates after kinds of alcohol, so I named it Den of Sin. Because what is alcohol but sin? Hey, Caco, I actually snuck some oxygen in there for you. Don't tell nobody. Oh, why, thank you. I'll just reach my hand over and take some of that. Alright, now while this has some printables available, I don't want to print out any new duplicates right now, honestly. Because more dupes means more oxygen being used, and since I'm like right at the cusp of not having enough oxygen for the colony here, so I'm gonna withhold on printing out any additional dupes. So what I'm going to do is take a little peek over everybody that we've got currently and go through and rename some of them. So we've got everybody named after somebody in chat. So right now when I look at what I'm able to print at the moment, I see that I've got the only things that are available right now, 3 dupes and a larva egg. Which I think if I reloaded here would actually be something else, because I don't think it was a larva egg when I started up my own file. I'm pretty sure, yeah. It's the case that if you save before you look at what's printable, that you get in, yeah, this right here is where you can save scum. So when printables become available, if you don't look at it, if you save your game, and then you can just reload, save constantly to try and get yourself, if you wanted to, some more ideal dupes, or if you wanted some specific item, you could do that too. I'm avoiding it here because, then we would just be sitting here all day as I go, well, I don't want nutrient bars, time to reload. Well, I don't want that item, time to reload. I don't want this thing, time to reload. We're not gonna do that. However, since I did it the singular time, nutrient bar is certainly preferred over that larva egg. I probably would have just rejected everything, honestly, not gotten any dupes and not gotten that egg. So we're going to print out these nutrient bars. We've got some food. The save scum stream, that's what it would end up becoming, and then we would drive ourselves mad from it. Alright, so the plans. Firstly, how, in addition to it just straight being pointed out, the fact we've got the rust deoxidizer, which converts... Okay, so let me take a step back and kind of outline what our plans are. See, we've got the rust deoxidizer, which converts rust into oxygen and chlorine, both of which we want. We need more oxygen for our colony, and we want some chlorine, that way we can disinfect the slime lung. And I did take a peek, the slime lung is really only a problem when it is in the air, since it's inhalable. But that doesn't mean I want to have my entire base, you know, overrun with slime lung germs. But it does mean if we have a polluted water source that's contaminated with slime lung, if I'm just using them on the arbor tree farm tiles, then the slime lung that is watered on them first is going to slowly die over time because the slime only multiplies on algae and slime tiles and in polluted oxygen and air. If it's like stuck on these farm tiles, it will slowly decay over time. And these are just trees, so when I chop off their branches for use in energy, that's fine. That's not a problem. So it means that water polluted with slime lung will be totally fine to be using on those farm tiles. However, it means that it will be off-putting, like polluted oxygen that will have slime lung in it, so we're going to want to have those like the air purifiers, the deodorizers in them, so we can be converting and cleaning the air. However, we really want some chlorine. That way we're able to use an ore scrubber to clean up ores as they like pass through and to make sure that we are able to purify anything essentially. So some things that we want. First, we want to get this oxyfern. That way we have an additional oxygen plant to generate oxygen. Then we want to dig down over here so we can get rust. That way we're able to start on those rust oxidizers. We also want to put in a med bay. Which, not right away. That way we're able to, in case any of the duplicates do get sick from the slime, they're able to take care of that for themselves. You know, heal up. We also need a little power area because that rust deoxidizer, that's going to take energy. So we need to build a little energy area. And how I started building a little area to be like polluted water section, I think I'm just going to use what's already here in all of these like many pockets of polluted water. And also, we've got water actually being generated because of this cool steam vent that's present. As the steam runs off of the steam vent, it turns, like, as it cools, it turns into water. So this water area here is slowly gonna get fuller and fuller because of this steam vent. So we've actually got water that's being renewed already in the colony, so we want to sort of have some preparation plans over being able to utilize that. Since it's also very hot, since it is coming from steam, so we have to be cautious at the same time about it. Alright? And so these things are all sort of like plans for that almost need to be done simultaneously because they're all so tied together. And hello there, Torpedo Moscow, and welcome to the stream. You've put your hazmat and Peepo Happy in the wrong order, so you've forgotten to put on your suit. You're just standing next to it. Okay, so before we start moving here on the base, I'm going to pull up the duplicates that we have. Can I rename them from here? Doesn't look like it. But here are the people that we've currently got named. We want to rename anyone who's not currently in chat. So I'm going to write those people down. So, no Skelly's in chat because he's been here and has been talking. I saw Twitchy say something earlier, and really, I don't want to rename Twitchy because she is the Farty Kismet. We can't rename her. She's an important member of the colony. But then here we've got Lalafell Punter, who is not currently in chat, so we're going to want to rename them. See, there's Twitchy over there farting right now. What would we do without him? Okay, so we're renaming Lalafell. Is Sick currently in chat? I don't think so either. I'm checking the user list, doing a quick peek over. Don't see him. So then we have Hoshi, Call Me, and that one guy. And not seeing any of them. So that means we have 4 people over here. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think none of these people are currently here. I think just Skelly and Twitchy are. So everybody else is getting renamed. So get ready, chat. Are you ready to join the colony? Here we go. I just need like a window where I can select people. Here we go. This will work. We'll use vitals. And hello there, Painsaw, and welcome to the stream. Alright, we're starting off with Lalafell. Which, I believe they were an operator. So, post your number in chat. 1 to 100. Whoever's closest will get that. I love Infinite Pepsi just coming straight out, trying to type it in as quickly as possible with the 69. Of course, as always. You took my funny number! Bipolar, you reacted too slow. If you want to get the funny number, you have to put it in quickly because it's the cool, popular one to use. Okay. I'm typing in random now. And I'm hitting enter. And there it is. The random number is 94. So essentially, whoever put in the highest number, Lolball coming in right afterwards. But sorry, even if you put your number in, I would have counted that anyway, 26. But that's certainly not close enough to 94. And it looks like Mike, by a single number, just by one, basically steal. It's like on The Price is Right, when you'd have one person say $100, and then the person next to him says $101, basically robbing the other person from the win. Mike stealing the win from PP Gamer. You better look out, Mike. If PP Gamer becomes another colony or fails, they might have it in for you now. There's gonna be a held grudge. See. Alright, it still says Lalafell here, but it's been renamed Sick of Mike. So now we're going next to Sick. Wait, oh my god, look at that. Sick. At the final moments. Before you were gonna get renamed. You're safe. Oh my god, welcome to the stream. Here I am, renaming the different duplicates to people who are actually present in stream. We just got to you and we're about to rename them. And here you are, entering in. Saving your poor duplicate from being renamed. Which means we move on to the next person. The chef! So who wants to be the chef? Let's rename him. Post your number in chat, 1 to 100. Can you make it? Pepsi again. Ready to post their number. Sticking in the 69. Barry like, god damn it, taking it from me again. Torpedo Moscow, sticking with the 13. People staying committed to the number they're putting in. This time for sure. Come on. Cross your fingers. Maybe the lucky number 13 will get it for you. Painsaw, however, opting very low. Number 3. Hang on. Is Barry using a number 1 up there? Which means, it's like I said with The Price is Right. Chat members are just basically going to start trying to steal the name from other chat members by going up just a little bit more. Barry putting in a number 1. Unless it's a 1 or not even if it's 2, there'd have to be a tiebreaker if it was 2. Painsaw essentially then stealing it. So if it was 5, Painsaw would beat you just barely because of it. All right, here we go. I'm randomizing the number and I'm putting it in. And there it is. For some reason, it's again coming out extremely high with 78. I like that the number that it's randomized to is the number that Mike just put in for the last one. So, wow. So, the 78 is essentially the winning number again. Sick of Mike. Are you cheating? Can he be 2? You know, fair point. If there's an there can be an even amount. Like during Sonic Adventure, there was both Kiwi Bazooka and Bad Horus, who had the exact same distance between the winning number, and so their Chow was named just Kiwi Hor. They said, yep, we're fine with splitting the name, so rather than doing a tiebreaker, they just both became the Chow together. So with 78, whoever's closest to that, and with the Price is Right strategies, Venair steals the win from Infinite Pepsi with the 70. I thank me because I sniped Pepsi. Honestly, if there's any time where you're sniping it from another member like that, if you want to be, hey, Venair, Pepsi, if you want to share the name, I'm down for that. We could do that. So if you wanted to have a sort of double named dupe with another person in chat, you can do that when they're extremely close like that. So if you wanted to have the dupe, if you wanted to keep the dupe all to yourself, however, Venair, you can do that. I'd be down for that because I do enjoy myself a Pepsi. Care to fusion dance? There you go. As long as then Pepsi says, yeah, I'll be a hybrid with you, or they say, no, fuck you, you stole this from me. I don't want to do this. However, I can see there, Pepsi. Blushing, embarrassed, fusion dance? Oh, all right. Clearly, we gotta combine them. But how do you want your names combined then? Do you want to be like Pepsi Venair? You know, kind of like when you have, or even if it's on the front, you know, you've got your Pepsi and then you've got some variation of the Pepsi, or you can have it like Infinite Venair, whatever way you want to have your dupe named. Oh yeah, the topic is apparently art. I forgot to change that category. Thank you. Let me just slap that over to Oxygen Not Included. And I also want to stick on the no backseating tag as well. And then we update that. There we go. Now it's accurate. In actuality, Oxygen Not Included, art the entire time. Thank you. Okay, with any combination. Alright, I see you've typed down a couple of possibilities. I like the prepare. It's like prepare. Or it's almost Pepe, honestly, when it's like that. Pepsire, that's also not bad. I think I'm gonna go with Vency because that's easiest to say. I like that one. Vency. Check. Named. Final one. Call Me Daddy. Oh, wait, we've got 2 more, sorry. So we've got Call Me Daddy, to be renamed. Put your number in chat, 1 to 100. By the way, hello there, Nebran, and Papa Smurf, and welcome to the stream. I'll give you a second to put them down. And now Barry can use the 69 because Pepsi got that 69 win. And Shy Guy, I like now opting to go for a very high number, 92, since the last two randomized numbers were very high. I then type in the command random and it gives me a 1. The complete opposite. Betting high, exactly. Why go low when you can go high? Alright. Type in random, I hit enter. We've got 46, so it's actually ended up right in the middle. Oh, Painsaw then, winning only a single digit off. Perfect, they say. Painsaw. There we go. You did it. You're in. And finally, we finish off with that one guy. Alright, final chance to get it. Post your numbers again. Who will be the final duplicate to run around? 42, ride or die. Staying committed to your number. You gotta have that number loyalty. Alright. I'm typing in random. Here's the final chance. Will you make it? Or are you doomed to just observe forever? 86. Alright, then who's closest? It makes it. Let's see, I don't think I see any numbers in the 70s here. So I'm pretty sure Lazy Shy Guy would be the closest. So there we go, the final member. And hello there, by the way, no trial, and welcome to the stream. I mistyped and put an N, no. Yeah, I think I hit an N there and put accidentally Lazy Shy Gun. That's not the same thing. It's Lazy Shy Guy, not Lazy Shy Gun. There we go. Alright. Now I believe if I hit play, everybody has been renamed. You can see that even though this says that one guy, over here it does say Lazy Shy Guy. And if I go locate them, like look around here, I can see Sick of Mike. And there's Vency, Lazy Shy Guy. They're here even if the vitals disagree. Lazy Shy Guy wields the mighty Shy Gun. Uh-oh. Which one was me again? Right here. You're the engineer? Yes, I'm pretty sure you are the engineer person. Let me pull up the duplicate skills here so it's easier to see. Here we go. You're the construction worker. So, as a recap for everyone that just got named, so you know what character, your character is. Sick of Mike, you are construction. Vency is cooking. Painsaw is the operator tinkering. And Shy Guy is another miner. Yeah, I like Sick over here also with the highest morale. Needs is actually at 3. Yeah, it's Painsaw here who's extra happy. Look at him! Look at their little smile! Painsaw having a good old time over here. Skelly, not so good. Less morale than what's needed. It's because you've got that higher level in researching. So it makes it so you're not having too great of a time. I need to seal off some of these areas so that they can be dedicated rooms, and I'm pretty sure that gives extra morale boosts. And since we have 7 duplicates, by the way, I want to build another cot up here. That way everybody can have a bed. And I'm also going... Wait, that's too low. Want to stick in some airflow tiles here and then put in some doors. That way they are now registered as, like, actual rooms, which will give morale boosts. And then I want to put down some more farm tiles over here so we can get some more food growing. And we want to start digging over towards this oxyfern that's here. So, we start in. Alright, dupes, let's get going. I also want to cancel that since they can't actually reach those construction points at all, so they're not very useful. Alright. We've got some research. I'm gonna peek in here at my researching so I can check what are we currently working on. Okay, we're working to get that hand sanitizer. I want to get that made because the bleach stone is just over here hanging out being used up. So I want to make sure before that all just leaches off onto a, like, chlorine and is gone. We want that hand sanitizer and stick that in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Painsaw is dying. Painsaw, there's nutrient bars over here. Just go eat. There you go. Good job, Painsaw. Alright, I want to put Mush Fry on loop. And Mush Bars over here on loop. We don't have Lice Loaf on loop because we're making into the pickled meals here. And I want to go into the consumable list. I don't want them eating the actual Mush Bar, because I want to make the Mush Bars and use them as ingredients to make Mush Fries, which will be a higher tier food that they're able to eat. What do we currently have available for eating? Edibles. There we go. That's what I want. All right, we've got some excellent fruit. We've got Mush Bars. We've got pickled meal. See, now they will stop eating the Mush Bars and are going to opt instead to wait until they're made into Mush Fries to eat instead. Fried dirt. Way tastier. Yeah. I mean, all you have to do, after you just squish down the dirt into a nice little log, you throw it in the fryer and boom, way better, you know? It's like frying things always just makes everything better. Why have it plain when you can fry it first? And I almost feel like while I was planning to stick the decontamination stuff up here and move off to the left to start in, I think I kind of want to set up the decontamination area down here. That way it's a lot easier to start cleaning up this section where the steam vent is. Otherwise, I'd have to, like, dig all the way down from up here and around in order to kind of clean it up and get it all tidy and be able to still enter in and exit from the same decontamination area. So I'm going to adjust here. And then I'm going to make this right side the power area. Plus, since, in addition, I should say, that will put us a little bit closer to this rust. And when it's, like, right next to it, it puts the decontamination, which will need chlorine, next to our power area, where we're also then able to start converting the rust into oxygen, which will off-put the chlorine for our decontamination area. So we want to start digging over into here. And see, we've opened up this section already, so I can uproot the oxyfern. That way I can plant it over here. Is that a fruit bowl in that little room? It's actually not just a fruit bowl, it's an entire table set. So it's a table with chairs and a fruit bowl. It's very fancy. And now we need a research to select here. Gonna lurk? Alright. Have a nice time just casually lurking away, Mike. Alright. So now we're able to grab some additional research. I want to come up here and start researching the low resistance conductors. That way I can get this large power transformer so I can start setting up a power section. And have just several wood burners kind of set up in conjunction so that they're able to power into the large power transformer. I hope it's the same, still a very similar case. If you have too much power running through, actually this one has just straight a small power transformer too. It's a little bit nicer to work with the higher level ones so you don't have to upgrade your lower tier stuff that you stuck in earlier. That way you're not having to deconstruct and rebuild things. At least that's the way I tend to roll for this. Did we collect that oxyfern seed? We did. Excellent. Let's get that planted. So many plants. We have to have a lot. That way we're able to get the food rolling. We gotta make sure we've got food supply constant. Alright, let's dig out this little section here so we're able to get in. Also, this Pacu is now gonna get fucked. It's already elderly anyway, so I mean... Jesus Christ, Twitchy can dig so fast. Oh my god. Yup, fish friend is gonna die. I say that without any remorse. I never really cared about that Pacu. I looked at him and said, it kind of sucks that he's in that little tiny container. But, don't care. It's cause Twitchy is gas-powered. That table's how they're able to go so fast. Oh my god. I also don't have to be too concerned about water right now, honestly, because I've got fucking 4 pockets of water here. They're all rather small, but not bad. Also then, if I look up over here at the highest stress level, you can see Skelly is going to be constantly running at a much higher level than everybody else because of his research desires. Sorry, Skelly. All that research takes a toll. It's true. Alright, I'm gonna set up a little med bay here. Hang on, this is new. This wasn't present in the original. So I don't know if duplicants must possess a bedside manner skill. I'm not sure if the... Hang on. Actually, let me just look up to the room overlay. What qualifies for the hospital room? There it is. So for the hospital, we need medical equipment, toilet, mess table. For medical equipment, does that just mean like literally anything? I guess we'll find out. We'll put in a little airflow tile piece. And put in our pneumatic door, and we'll make that a little sick bay. Just, you know, right below the food area. Perfect. Ignorance really is bliss. Yeah, if you're over here, high-level research like Skelly, everything sucks and is terrible. If you're stupid and low-level skill, everything's fine and great and you're happy. Alright, and I'm looking around to decide how I want to move over here. Because I don't know about just straight digging into here. There's like the security door, But there's also this completely fine block over here. I wonder if I can just, like, very coolly dig down right here and work our way through down to get to the rust over here. Makes it so if someone dies, it's not much of a trip to the fryer. Ah, true. 'Cause we want to make sure we're always well utilizing all of our supplies. We don't want to have any waste. So if somebody dies, we don't want to just bury them. That'd be a waste of perfectly good meat. We need to consume it instead. Alright, we've got the plans set out. I've got this, like, kind of awkward setup here for the poor ladder. I really should just have the ladder going straight down from here now. Which, I've kind of got this arbor tree in the way, though. I need to get a farm tile put down and just plant it up here. So I'm gonna uproot that mealwood, and I'm gonna swap it out with that tree. I'm sure stress can add flavor. Yeah, probably. I heard bone marrow is good for dieting. See? Yeah. Just use some good old bone marrow. When do we dig the elevator? I mean, you can do that at any time, right? I could just start digging straight down right now. Alright, I see that they've also built that door, so let's go over here. I want first to put in, not an outhouse, so we don't want plumbing, I want medicine. We want a wash basin, that way any duplicants that are entering in here can make sure that they are all disinfected when they leave. Since they need their own dedicated outhouse as part of the hospital requirement. See, because toilet is listed right there. So we want plumbing, outhouse. Except I want that a little bit further back, I think. Then again, if the duplicant is sick, and their bed is like here, and the toilet's here, that would make it so that they would get up, use the toilet, and just lay back down in bed with, like, food poisoning all over themselves. So probably not the ideal setup. We want to make sure that they go to the bathroom, wash their hands, and then lay down in bed. So let's plan out the bed location first. Looking at these, I think the sick bay here is just sort of like a healing station, and the triage cot is an actual bed. So I'm going to put that down. Also, this kind of sucks for whoever's here. They're gonna get terrible oxygen flow up into this room for a while. Alright. And then we want a mess table for where they can eat. And there we go. We'll stick that down right next to the bed. And then we want... Yes. The wash basin. So they can stay nice and healthy. And then we finish off with the outhouse right there. Yeah, and this here, there's a little pocket of some polluted oxygen here. That's fine. Since the polluted oxygen has no slime lung in it, it would say so if it did. We can set up just like so. Sleeping next to where you eat? Do you want crumbs in your bed sheets? I don't know about you, but if I had a table directly next to my bed, I would not be like taking my food and dumping my crummy plate off onto the bed. Like, those crumbs aren't just gonna leap from the table over to the bed. Like, it's even lower than that. You see the height of this mess table versus this triage cot? Unless these dupes are intentionally dumping the crumbs over onto the cot, I don't think that's gonna happen. That is true though too. If you did have crumbs in your bed, you'll itch, but I don't think that's going to be a worry. Alright, so we'll give everybody some time to work on these various little errands that I've got set up around. What? Did they just automatically start planning to plant this water weed? Stop it, dupes. I don't want that there. I don't know why you're trying to plant it. Plant a mealwood, alright? Okay, and then we're going to uproot that tree so I can replant it up here. We want lettuce? Too bad, Skelly. You can't have the lettuce. I don't have it set up to properly grow it. So, it doesn't matter if you want it, because even if you plant that seed, you're not going to be able to grow it. Come on, Wally, I thought you were smarter than that, seeing as you're the researcher around here. Maybe it looks nice, doesn't matter. Saying, but it'll look pretty, still won't make it grow. It won't do anything. We've also got some insufficient oxygen generation by just like the tiniest bit. I need to do like just a little mini trip over here. I'm gonna put down a manual airlock right here. And we're gonna take a trip to uproot that oxyfern. And we're gonna plant one over here. Part of our problem right here too is I think this area might start getting a little bit tight in the carbon dioxide. Having the oxyfern nearby where our power stuff is going to be will be useful. For the purpose, it's going to off-put, or at least because since the power we're going to be using firstly is from the wood burner, which is going to produce carbon dioxide. The oxyfern wants the carbon dioxide. So those will be good to pair next to each other. Lettuce? Have lettuce? No. I can't grow it. It doesn't matter how much you want it. It doesn't do anything because I can't grow it. I don't have the requirements. But hello there, Challenger Crab, and welcome to the stream. Well, alright. Now I just need to... Oh! That's some new printables. However, again, if we have some insufficient oxygen generation problems, not a good idea to print out another duplicate, which will just make it worse. What if we say please? It doesn't matter how much you say please. Can we have it? I want it. I can't grow it. So I can't. Alright, so we've got a shine nymph egg and sand. I don't think I'm in any need of sand right now. And shine nymphs, I mean, I don't think they... Hang on, let me close that for a second. I think I've got some around here. Why look at this guy? Which apparently eats bristleberries, gristleberries, and phosphorite. I don't know if they just starve and die or what, but... I don't think they take up any oxygen. My only concern is if they would hatch and start breathing in my oxygen. But because if I click on a duplicate here, I can see it has inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. That's not listed at all for the bug, so I don't think it should be taking up any. So I think it's fine to print out. Shine bugs, let's get a pet. And not only just one, but 3. What do you mean you can't grow it all? All you have to do is put it in the ground. Oh, that lettuce seed. That also requires salt water and being in salt water. I don't have access to that at the moment. There's some over here, but that's not where I am. I can't get it. Did I uproot? No, I still haven't uprooted the tree. I need the power area also kind of set up here. That way I don't have someone constantly running on the generator here to power up the cooking supplies. Forgot about the cool crab. Yeah, he's just hanging out over here still. He's doing fine. If you want salt, just take it from some gamers. True. Why should I go over here and have to dig up any of the salt that's present when I could just start making everybody in chat angry, insulting? Just harvest sweat from the rules. That's basically salt water, right? True. Maybe if I just started, like, heating up the entirety of the colony, make it so that the duplicants start sweating and just collect the salt from the crew that way. Alright. I just kind of have to wait around for everybody to do their thing. Build and construct what I've got put down. You know, just generally have a little bit of patience. And I also can change the direction of this wash bin here. That way it's that direction. Because they don't exactly need to wash their hands when they're walking over to the outhouse and when they're leaving it. Let me also check. Does this count as a hospital? It does. Perfect. So now we've got a sick bay. So when we are over here, if anyone accidentally gets infected with the slime lung, they are able to hang out in sick bay. Plus also, if there's any point where we start moving into the, like, hot water steam room here, and they get a little bit burned because it's very hot, they'll be able to heal themselves by hanging out in the sick bay also. You gotta head out? Alright, Horace. I'll do my best to keep everybody from suffocating, but no guarantees. Alright, see, now these count as barracks, so everybody is going to get morale bonuses. I'm going to increase the cots priority. That way they get this stupid bed built, so whoever doesn't have a bed assigned right now can actually have somewhere to sleep. It puts them into a much better mood, makes them a better worker when they're happy. No, I'll die if I want. Barry over here is better because the 69 didn't get him a win and didn't get him into the colony. I understand. I understand. I'd be angry too. Being able to, like, carefully off-collect the little polluted water section like this is kind of nice. Because then we can use it up here for arbor trees. But really, since we're not even able to grow them that much, it's not really that useful. Alright, and perfect. There we go. That will be it. Let us complete this ladder. Something that I want to research. Alright, research focus is ready to go. Something that I want to get to here is this fire pole. That way we're able to travel through the colony a little bit faster. Afterwards, there are some other things that we want here too. See, we want decontamination, that way we're able to get this deodorizer in order to clean out the polluted air. And later on, we'll also want that carbon skimmer so that we can start clearing up or have a secondary way to clear up any of the carbon dioxide that's hanging around. Oop, I didn't mean to actually click it. But that'll be for later. One thing at a time, working for fire poles, that way we can travel around the colony faster. And now that we've got this power stuff selected, we want to get the power area opened up and built down here. I also want to get these mealwoods planted. There we are. Also going to increase the priority on this tree. That way we get that seed planted. Since it seemed like the case that the arbor acorn sometimes, like, I don't know if it's getting eaten or what, but it seems like we've gotten some seeds and they've just sort of disappeared before. Things are looking pretty good so far. You'd think that, but with how, like, on edge, like, if I go over here to the summary, which apparently we've got an achievement here. Good egg. Hatch a new critter. Morph from an egg. Wow. The consumed oxygen is at 227 and produced is at 229. So they're, like, ridiculously close together. We're just barely making enough oxygen to get by. So it's kind of like just barely on the edge of looking pretty good. Really just overall, everything is just like on the edge. How long till we get our own rooms? A long time. We have to actually get some things in order, aka power, oxygen generation, so that I can afford myself some more space. Because otherwise, if I expand out too much, that's going to distribute all of the air that we have available out even more, which starts making pressure problems. Alright, research completed. That was for the power stuff. Yes. Did they plant the mirth leaf on this farm tile? Oh my god. I think the duplicates are just sort of doing what they want with these plants sometimes. They put down the farm tile and they're like, you know what would be nice here? A mirth leaf, some water weed. Let me just plant that. Bang! And it's like, that's not what I want you to do. It was most likely the pip. Yeah, the pip just casually eating my arbor acorns. Darn pips, truly. I'm gonna cancel that singular ladder build there. I'd like them to get this built, so let me put this on a higher priority, that way they actually get over to it. I want to make sure that these are also on a higher priority to try and keep Vency always producing, and I also want the electric grill a little bit higher than the microbe musher. And actually, something else that I want to do too is I want to set it so that nobody else cooks except for Vency, because otherwise putting that at a higher priority will make it so that there's always a dupe that's wanting to use it, since it's not restricted to just chefs. There we go. So now only Vency will be cooking. So then, like, Twitchy was over here working it. I don't want them to do that. Exactly. We want the designated chef. Only the cook be cooking. Thank you. He doesn't need any help. Don't touch our stove, Venair says. Yeah. Only Venair and Pepsi or the chef over here. Alright, we've got this airlock built, so now I can dig over here. We'll do just like that. Which will get us into here. And we can get this oxyfern, and we can plant it and have a little bit more oxygen generated. So after we get that planted, I'm going to expand down here and set up a little base area. Actually, what I want to do... I'm going to open up this just a little bit here. I'm going to dig out this little spot also. That way, one, I can get rid of this polluted water, and that way I can... Actually, since there's some more bleach stone, what I'm sort of working through is I'm thinking how there's this bleach stone up here that I want to use before it, like, just all goes off onto chlorine. That way I can get that hand sanitizer station. But in expanding out right here, there are some spots of bleach stone. There is, like, this bleach stone right here, and there's a bleach stone right there and there. So I can just, like, do a simple little dig over to it to grab some bleach stone to build the hand sanitizer station. So I don't really want to waste time just building it to build it, to kind of hoard that. Since there's other priorities that we need to keep track of here. So I would say, namely, getting this built down so we can get the oxyfern. Also, since this is going to open it up here, it's going to move out this oxygen up into here, which would be nice. Let me put on the overlay. Let's see. Oxygen overlay. Now, we can also see right here that the oxyferns are having a little bit of trouble continuing to produce because they use carbon dioxide. I might shift all of the farm tiles out down here. Dig out this area. Except again, I want to be cautious. I don't want to open things up too much, because that makes it so that there needs to be more gas to fill it in. So it kind of starts fucking with pressure. So you have to kind of have a balance. We need more... Essentially, we need some more airflow happening just in this area in general to try and work out some of the oxygen to other areas of the base. Oh, and we've got some more printables available. So let's see what we're able to get. Water. Well, alright. And that comes in a nice little container. I'm just going to leave it, however, as a container. Since in order to empty it out, you have to have a specific bottle emptier. I'll also say that I can somewhat... Since slime lung is actually not particularly dangerous, if you have a little pocket of water and stick a container, and then you put your slime into that container with water, it won't off-put any polluted oxygen. But... because then we could sneak into there and get some algae. And get some, like, algae distillers around. Since if we, like, dug down and just didn't dig any of the slime, I guess the algae is a little bit closer down here where all the polluted oxygen's at, so it's a little bit hard to conveniently get to. Complaining at us again for the insufficient oxygen generation. Again, largely because of the... What would actually work, I think, here is or at least help. If we opened up this area, it would let a little bit more of the oxygen float up. So it's not quite so tight around here. Also gonna stick some extra airflow tiles around. Oh, and I see they've made these additional farm tile spaces, so we'll get some more mealwood planted. Oh, and they've gotten down here, so I can uproot that oxyfern, which I'm going to put at a very high priority so they get over to it. I like this little space is just like polluted oxygen, chlorine, and natural gas. All the carbon dioxide's like down here right now. It's not very useful for my oxyferns. It's just generally a problem. What I'd be able to do is, like, put a gas pump down here and just pump carbon dioxide up on top of them. But that would require power, too. That's why we need to, like, get over here and start building some power generation. So you can kind of see when I put on the overlay here how the air is kind of getting captured. Since a lot of the duplicates are hanging out in this area, they're breathing a lot of the oxygen that exists here. I could even, like, sneak some oxygen up from here. Like, if I just temporarily dug this spot right here and let some of the oxygen flow out, it would let the carbon dioxide from in here sink down. Though that would take it further away from the oxygen, so I don't know about that. Oh, and we've got research completed, so we can put in those fire poles. Let's see, I don't need any of these fossil fuels at the moment. Don't care about any of this. Filtration would be fairly useful. We don't need some of these things we want, but since we're not at that sort of level yet, like the algae distiller we want, but we're not collecting algae right now, so we don't really need to grab it at the moment. We want to focus on things that we're able to use now. And hello there, Lone Viking, and welcome to the stream. Oxygen, please? I don't really have any to spare. I'm gonna keep it over here. Maybe if there's some extra, I can offlay it to you, but don't get your hopes up. See, you can see produce last cycle is now at 130, and really it's because the oxyferns aren't able to properly... They're not able to properly work. We really need some more carbon dioxide in this area. There's a lot of polluted oxygen right here. Okay, well, I've started researching the deodorizer here, so we're gonna want to probably just stick that in right here, because I guess I've got the polluted water. It's gonna pollute the oxygen, and it's part of the reason it's hanging out right here. Poor oxyferns, what a rough life. I know. I guess that's actually what I need to do here. Part of the reason why I need some additional airflow around here is that it will let the carbon dioxide that's generating sink downwards. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some airflow tiles here and let it sink down from here and get to here. Alright, and we've uprooted that oxyfern, so I'm gonna plant it over here. Put that at a high priority, please. What have we got for priorities here? I'm pretty sure I planted, yeah. I'm gonna reduce this back down. Oh, look, and you can see that the water that's been used on the arbor tree right here is contaminated with food poisoning. But that's not really a problem at all. Because one, the arbor trees themselves we're not eating, so having sort of dangerous germs infecting it, not a problem. Not a problem. And hello there, Onyx Virus, I Hate Someone, and One Shot, and welcome to the stream. now all of the oxyferns, pretty much. And hello there, Kiwi, also. Hand over the oxygen. No, I don't think I will. There's no oxygen to spare. Why is chat doomed? Because they're suffocating. There is no oxygen to spare. Oh, welp, yeah. You can see all of the red is carbon dioxide. The blue is the oxygen. Just become a plant, yeah. Look, chat, if you were just all oxyferns, this wouldn't be a problem. Please just don't use your lungs. Just breathe one atom at a time. Really, if you just didn't breathe at all, we would have no problem. And now all of the also mealwood over here is having an issue because there's not enough pressure. We just don't have enough gas being generated in the base, period. Alright, research has been completed. I'm gonna start building fire poles so we can use them to travel around. Just all the way down. Alright, and now that I got that oxyfern, I'm going to start opening up over here so I can build a power area. Just gonna temporarily have a farm tile put down. Just stick this arbor tree onto. I'm gonna stick it here and uproot that mealwood. Oh, look at that! Mike, you've upgraded your level in agriculture. Wow! Okay. I'm setting up the little level areas here. We're putting down our power stuff. So I want the wood burners. I'm gonna uproot this mirth leaf. It's a little bit in my way here. Alright, so we'll start from like right here and put down the wood burners. We'll put down 3. And we want to route them up into batteries that will be over here. Then we'll have a power transformer over at the end. What's interesting is that I'm pretty sure, like... Yeah, you can see that coal generator is larger. I feel like the power transformers used to be larger also. But I guess that's the large power transformer that I'm thinking of. And I think originally during early access still, there was only these large power transformers. But it looks like there's now 2 tiers. And I can't actually build the large power transformer because I don't have any refined metal. So we're just going to have to work with the normal power transformer. So these generate 300 watts at a time. So the power transformer, it limits the power that's flowing through the transformer to 100 watts. So it's not really needed right now. I'm gonna put it down so that we have it in case we start generating some extra power. I don't have the rock crusher researched right now, so I can't make any refined metal. Alright, and as I've placed these down, I'm going to grab out the wire. And route it through all my batteries. Oh, that's right. I need to deconstruct that because the heavy watt wire cannot go through tiles. So you have to use the joint plate here. So I'm going to have to deconstruct that tile so I can swap it out. Alright, now I need to also start deconstructing these airflow tiles. That way I'm able to have the fire poles not be obstructed by them. That's part of the reason why I like to, because they climb up the fire poles slower. Uh-oh. I think we're going to have to like put in another outhouse maybe. Or upgrade the priority on the outhouses. Because, this mush fry, I think, is now doomed that's on the ground, unless he's still frying it. Because otherwise, someone's gonna eat that and, like, give themselves food poisoning. Actually, let me cancel that priority so I can change that to tell him to mop it up with a high priority. I think someone else went to the bathroom, yeah? Yes, right here. Get that cleaned up, please. I'll go ahead and tell him to make another outhouse there. Preemptive murder food. That's kind of what it's like. Oh no. Sabotaging the mush fry. So right now, I don't really have anywhere that I can, compost it anyway, because I don't have a compost pile set up. So, whoop. I do have deodorizers available here. So since I've got some polluted oxygen, I'm just going to build a little deodorizer to clean that up here. Hi, yes, it's me. I peed on the plants. Mike, I'd complain at you, but that's kind of technically what's happening anyway. Like, all of this water that just got cleaned up, that's polluted water. And where is the polluted water used? So it's like indirectly peeing on the plants. Let's get the heavy join watt. Oh, wait. I need to actually build it here because it can't directly be layered on top of those plug sections. That's right. I've also got this kind of accidentally set up in the wrong direction. Always miss that. I miss that sometimes. So, it can't plug in down here. It has to plug in there at the top. So, since this is already being limited to just 100 watts at a time, so it has to come out. I remember during early access, we don't have new sources of water except the duplicates themselves. You'd have to take Only dupes that either vomit or cry and then max out stress. The vomit and tears was your only source of new water. Holy hell. I never got to that point in Oxygen Not Included when I was playing early access. I also think I might have been at a point where that was included. I've played during different stages of the early access, but I never got far enough in anyway in order to hit that point. But hello there, what's it the get, and welcome to the stream. Alright, we're fleshing out and finishing the building of all of our fire poles. And we're getting in our power section finished up. So we want to also build out the wire from here and move it up to power everything here instead. Which means when we get that connected, we can deconstruct this jumbo battery, and I'd also be deconstructing that manual generator. Because I don't need them running on it or have this jumbo battery at all, since I've got jumbo batteries down here. We've got everything built down there. Oh, and that's right, I missed it when it popped up there. There are new printables available, so let's see what we got. We've got sand and more water, so clearly I'd rather have the water over the sand. So I'm gonna print out the water. Alright, I also want to get that arbor tree. Oh, I also see that there's ended up some, polluted water right here. So let's get that fixed up. Yeah, I've been playing since early access. There used to be no geysers or vents. The top of the map was a neutronium wall. Slime lung would kill a dupe in 3 days and could spread through your whole colony like COVID Florida. There was a time when I did play during when there were no geysers or anything. And I don't think I even really played to the point of going into the slime lung. Or when I started playing, when I was getting into slime lung, that was at a point where the geysers did exist, but... Sick over here, apparently falling into a narcoleptic nap. Oh, sick. It looks like there's also now a decent amount of carbon dioxide hanging out with the oxyfern, since they're not all just instantly swapping back and forth. We've also got that research completed, so let's pop that back in. This is cute like Don't Starve. Yeah, it's like Don't Starve has sort of a cute design look to it. But then you're constantly on the edge of death. And that's kind of like what this is too. And hello there, Dunder, and welcome to the stream. Slime used to be an intermediate source of water between starting water running out and having to max stress dupes. Hell. Now what do I want to research here? We don't need temperature modulation quite yet, and the improved ventilation is a little bit higher than what I need. Filtration, we've got the gas filter. I think I'd like that, because that way I'd be able to filter out, or start filtering out into the air stuff. We'll also want the liquid-based refinement processes for that ore scrubber later on, too. So we'll get researching on that. We might also need to relocate at least one of these ferns here, because they're kind of hitting up with a lot of oxygen. Because as the oxygen increases in the general area up here, if there's not any carbon dioxide for them to use, not particularly useful. But now I sit at 2,400 hours up of oxygen not included gameplay. That's a lot. Have played much more than I. I want to put that tile back in there. And I will just give them a minute to get all of this built up. Look, now we've got that arbor tree planted, slowly. Oh. It looks like they finished researching that. Skelly can research very quickly, it seems. Woof. Might as well start researching. I've already got the ore scubber. I will go ahead and just start researching the distillation then. And hello there, Gloskin, and welcome to the stream. We're down here. Also, there's a lot of chlorine being produced down here. This will be a useful reason for having the filter, that gas filter that was made. That way we can sort out, like, all of these mixed gases from each other. And Mike is heading off. All right, Mike, have a good sleep. But that means you're leaving. That means maybe we should rename your dupe since you're leaving. Have I seen the lore that has been inserted into the game? I have not. The only time that I've played since the game's been released has been this stream and the last time I streamed. So, I volunteer. It doesn't work that way, one shot. You have to have a number put in to be named. Since Mike is leaving, and he had a chance to hang around, we're gonna rename him. Put in a number 1 to 100, chat, if you want a chance to be named and replace Mike. Maybe I'll stick like Mike in parentheses and he can have that nickname. Like we were getting opposite ends. Paintsaw, having already been named a character, puts in 1. GB putting in basically 100, putting himself on the complete opposite end. Welcome to the stream, by the way, GB. And 005, welcome to the stream, also putting in the number pi. I'll say decimals will only help you if someone like PP puts in a 2 and just barely puts you above. And hello there, another GB, and welcome to the stream too. Go ahead and type in random here. Give you, I'll give you a final opportunity to get a number down while I change my look here and deconstruct the battery and the generator that's here. If you click on your printer, there's inspect. And then you'll unlock a piece of lore. You can do that on any of the structures you find around the map. Interesting. Then you can get little lore information about the game. I've only got so much time here on stream though, so probably not spend the time just sitting and reading information pieces. Alright, I'm deconstructing those power, getting this built up. So now the duplicates will be spending less time running on the manual generator, and I can get some other power-related things built. And since we've got these put down, we should head over into the rust here, so that way we can get some more oxygen being generated. Just letting you know it's there and how to find it. Yes, yep. Alright, and now I'm going to type in the random command. There we go. The random number is 20. Who's closest? I see Kiwi Bazooka is 13 off. GB, the long letters GB, put in, however, 13. That's only 7 away. Thus, yeah, putting GB at the closest. So let me find Mike here. We're gonna find him directly. There you are, Mike. Hello. Name? How many E's and B's do you have? Or, you only have 1 B. How many E's? Many E's. 5 E's? Alright, there we go. Now, you're part of the team. Welcome, GB. Replacing Mike. We say goodbye to Mike, and we say hello, GB. Now I'm gonna have to like say GBF if I'm referring like to distinguish the two GBs in chat. Alright, see? Ah, wonderful. Alright, let me look around here to see what we're currently building. We've got all our fire poles built. We've got our power built. So, I want to dig out into here to get some rust. So we can get... Yes, here we go. The rust deoxidizer built. We'll also want a little room over here where we're going to do our decontamination for piping off the chlorine. And thank you for following, Norse Undead. Appreciated. So I'm going to deconstruct these ladder segments. And then I'll make a little container room. I'm gonna go ahead and make a mechanized airlock for it, seeing as we've got all of this power set up over here anyway. Might as well utilize it, yeah? Just plug that in. Oh, I missed a spot. I don't know how I managed that, but okay. There we go. Fixed. And look, there we go. Hello there, Norse Undead, and welcome to stream. I only put 5 E's because I hate numbers, and it was already taken. I see, because otherwise it would have just been G-E-E, B-E-E. But it was taken. So you put in another E. That too was taken. So you had to put in yet another E. I love CO2. Everybody does. Just breathe. I don't know why these dumb duplicants aren't just breathing in carbon dioxide instead of oxygen. There's way more of that available. Come on, guys. I say that, but it would just become, instead of trying to breathe in, you know, all of the oxygen and then outputting carbon dioxide, they would just be breathing in carbon dioxide and putting out oxygen. And then we'd be in the same place. I like when the duplicants are like in a good mood and they'll walk around with each other and they'll like compliment each other. And then you get the like little appreciated buff. It's very cute. I'm glad we're not suffocating. Yeah, not suffocating is always nice. Also, opening up this area that has the hydrogen in it will be a little bit useful because all of that hydrogen is going to flow up here. I'd say it's somewhat nice because, if it clogs up empty space where oxygen would just hang out and be otherwise unused. But if it ends up like all clogging up my bedroom area, then it's not so useful. We like to chit-chat. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You're in chat already. Those who are in chat continue to like to chat. oxygen wasn't included because it's not needed. That would explain why, if they were breathing carbon dioxide instead, you know? I'm more surprised the lack of air isn't bugging people that much. Yeah, imagine just living... It's because they've basically gotten used to it, so it's like, why complain about it? Things aren't gonna change. And I see there, it commented on how I've got idle duplicants, so we're at the point where they're kind of like, we don't know what to do. Give us more to do. So, we want to dig down into here. Now, I can't recall. So, yeah, we need to upgrade Twitchy here. That way she's able to dig the Abyssalite. So let's go ahead up into duplicant skills, and we'll grab Twitchy and give her another level for the super hard digging. Because then we can send them down there. We're also going to have to uproot that water weed as we go. Alright. Too much liquid still, huh? I'm trying to open up this area so the polluted water's a little bit more spread out, since if it's spread out enough, we can just simply mop it up. Like, see, that little space has just enough so that it's able to be mopped up. Now, let's see. Oxygen generation. Rust oxidizer. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that just above our decontamination area, I think. Then it can be extra close. And then we can put a very short line between it outputting the chlorine. Which is also another reason why we want that filter. That way we can tell the chlorine to go into here. And then tell the oxygen to be piped off elsewhere. Oh, and just kind of get rid of that because I don't need it. And there's new printables available again. Is this not auto harvest? Yes. Okay. What do we have? We have a Drecklet. Now, based upon the picture and faint memories, I assume the Drecklet produces like wool that you can shave and turn into cloth? We don't have any of that set up. And I don't want any new duplicants yet. So, we're rejecting this group. And now we have to wait for everyone to finish sleeping. Here we go, new morning. There is also more research that we're able to start on. But I'm going to hold off and try to get things pushed out and collected. I guess something else to keep in mind, too, is that as we dig down here, that's going to make it so that the carbon dioxide sinks more, which is going to be a problem for our oxyferns. That's going to make the rust deoxidizer doubly important. No cute wool lizard. Nope, not right now. Alright, and then, thus, that pretty much clears out all of the water. Part of the reason I want that cleared out, too, is since it's, like, contaminating the oxygen that's in here, making polluted oxygen. Kind of not what I want in there. Alright. And also, because of the salt water that's been hanging out in this room, we're now going to have to, like, swim through some salt water. And now I can start digging this abyssalite. And hopefully Twitchy's hang on, let me just pop up the priorities and look over at Twitchy. Yes, I've already got her at got him at high priority for digging. Also, it's very hot over here, it seems. So I put on the temperature overlay. You can see, because this area is a little steam pocket spot, it makes it very hot over here. Fortunately, however, this area, very cold. So, seems like the abyssalite is kind of resistant to the heat transfer, because there's a very quick change in temperature from 180 Fahrenheit down to 45. Alright, and even though there's like that spot of slime, as long as it's not mined, it's not a problem. And we've also got several, I saw duplicates idling, so we want to make sure we put those down. Hello, by the way, Graviton, Flux, and welcome to the stream. And farting, of course, never forgetting about farting. Very important for twitching. Okay, we've got our rust oxidizer up. Wow, oh my god, that does not require a lot of power. 60. Plug that in. And we want to swap over to ventilation. Or, actually, it seems like it's just going to generally output. So, what we're actually going to want to do is make a little containment area for it. Because otherwise, as it outputs, if it just outputs in the general area, we have to filter that all apart. Since the rust oxidizer is new for me, I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but I guess it works similarly to like the oxygen diffuser, which just generally puts out oxygen. It doesn't give you a little output vents by default. So let's see. I can't conveniently move to the left too much because of the slime that's here. We'd have to make a little pocket. In one case, because grabbing it is going to contaminate our hands, and in the second case, digging down, we'd need to like make our little pocket of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down some tiles here. And then I'll dig to the left a little bit. So I can open up a little bit of space. Actually, I'm gonna... Okay, so I think I'm going to just straight move the location of the arbor tree and make just a little room right here for the rust deoxidizer. So what I'm going to do, we're going to deconstruct these. I'm just going to build a little wall right there. Stick a tile here and dig out along here. That way I can put down another spot for a tree. There we go. And then we just need to wait a minute. And it's complaining at us because we've got some long commutes. Well, can only do so much about that, guys. And now they're all sleeping, so we're gonna have to wait a minute here. Also, we're doing very well on food in general, because you can look over here and see that I've got 30k kcals of the meal. So at least food production isn't a worry right now. I almost feel like having that hand sanitizer station would be useful just so we don't have the chlorine off-put. But then again, when it's off-putting the chlorine, that does help to just add in general gas in here. 'Cause we're amazing chefs. True. Because with only you working on it, it does additionally make it the case where you're able to train up your cooking skill more And as you get that up higher, you cook faster. So it's like constantly just building yourself up. Look at that. Twitching, getting athletics raised now to 3. You're doing just so much running around. Look at that. We're almost to the rust. We'll also get some iron ore in here. That's nice. Man, there's a good pocket of bleach stone right here, too. Okay, we've got that opened up. Very firm. Okay. Alright, so we've got our rust deoxidizer. It makes it kind of seem like then we're going to want some more of those. I'm going to open up this area a little bit more. I'm going to uproot and also deconstruct the farm tile. And now that they've got that uprooted, we're relocating it up here. And then we're going to extend this tile out. By extension, change the location for that mechanized airlock. So we can deconstruct this one. Destroy that block. Actually, probably I should have left that. Since I could have just kept like sort of an in-between area. Sometimes when you have multiple duplicates going through an area, having sort of an extra little sealed area helps keep gases from escaping. But whatever, I've already deconstructed it, we'll leave it. If I want to rebuild the door, I can rebuild the door later. Alright, try and just place the tiles around in such a way that I'm able to reach the various dig spots that I want to remove, since like that was unreachable, so I put that tile there. That way they can deconstruct it, they can work through, they can get things built up. That way we can open up this general space so we can put down the needed sieves. Also, I apparently built this tile down directly on top of the shine bug, thus trapping it. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that, shine bug. And hello there, Airstrict, and welcome to the stream. Yep. Shine bug, sorry about that. Oops. Okay. We also, since, in 2 parts here, since we cleared out that polluted oxygen, or it's just away from this room in general, we can deconstruct that and dig this open too. And since I've got these tiles being built across here, I can just basically dig all the way. I want to dig out that spot. And I'm going, since this only takes 60 power, I'm assuming it's not going to off-put crazy amounts of oxygen. We've got lots of duplicates idling, so I'm going to pause for a moment while I get these down. Rust deoxidizer there. I see GB's trying to help out Twitchy over here. I'm just going to tell him to dig out this entire area. Alright, and just one at a time, I'm going to deconstruct these tiles also. Actually, I can just deconstruct all of them straight up, since, because we've got this little section, they're able to travel across here. But we do want to extend out these tiles. Of course, preserving this one I'm going to make it into an airflow tile to remind myself that I don't want to build here. Because, again, that keeps a space here. Though I've seen up here, I've kind of built on top of them already. But I can move these doors over by one, no problem. Okay. So I'm going to look here at ventilation. We've got sieves 1 gas from the air, sending it into a dedicated pipe. So I'm going to want to build that in here. Okay, so it's like we're getting a little room set up. We got the gas filter. Which we might need two, that we were able to split the outputs exactly. We've also actually already got it going. Let me disable that temporarily. Because I don't want them going until I've got the room set up. For properly filtering my gases. So I'll give everyone just a minute here. Alright, so the outputs gives off oxygen and chlorine. So for the filter, you can see it has 3 spaces. It has an intake, output, and like... Alright, let me just build it so you can see. Because then it's kind of easier to see what the different labels refer to. Had a shine bug get trapped in my barracks once, and he just flew around waking everyone up from sleeping like a little asshole because he was so bright. Oh my god. Alright, so you can see that it has no filter selected, no gas output, no gas intake, no gas output. So, you can choose what you want to filter exactly. So what we want to filter, we kind of want to filter 2 things. I'm going to put down a second filter actually here, straight up, to make sure that I've got everything filtering the way I want them to. Alright. So what I want to because I want the... Hang on, I'm only... Sorry, I'm thinking here about the different gases that are going to be coming through. The main thing is that I really want to move the chlorine out into here. And then for any other gases that would come in, because as I come down here and open the door, it's going to capture any of the additional carbon dioxide or oxygen that are coming in. So I want to put out oxygen up here. And am I fine with just outputting any other gas? Because I could just take it and say output here, and then it would output the oxygen. And the oxygen would rise up elsewhere. But it would also, like, kind of dispense all of the... Like, as I'm zoomed out right here, all of the spots of chlorine hanging around. Jesus. So really, I think the main thing to filter is the chlorine and say, chlorine, go here. Every other gas, you can just be output over here. I think that's what we'll do. And if I need to change things around, I can do so. I should have put this... Let me deconstruct this, actually. I think I'm going to stick it over here in the corner. Actually, straight up what I could do is just put it outside. I'll put it there. Then I have more space for putting in more rust oxidizers. Just did that. Hang on. Sieves 1 gas from the air, sending it into a dedicated pipe. It's been a little bit, so I'm trying to recall exactly how I pull in the gas and the like. If I squeeze it in right here, that would give me 2 spots available for more rust oxidizer. So let's rebuild it here. Now attach some power to it. So I want to filter chlorine, which I see is alphabetical. So I filter chlorine. So we've got the filtered gas output, which will attach to a gas pipe. Hang on, we want that to go down. Since the chlorine's going to hang out in here. So cancel construction of that side. And then we put a gas vent on the end. That way it can filter out. And then the green is the general gas output. Which we're going to have just over here. And if I need to relocate it, I can stick it around elsewhere. Is this the game with a huge plot twist where you all die in the end to a big fart? Who knows? Clearly, though, that's every game anyway, so... That's real life. True! Okay, we've got... Oh! They've also got some new printables available. So let's see what I'm able to print here. Bristleberries and nutrient bars. I'm gonna opt for the nutrient bars. Because then they can just straight eat those. Battlesheep spoiling that Twitchy is the real big bad. The giant fart done by Twitchy. Oh my god. And then Kraken Battlesheep spending several points for the next emote. Wow. I always knew it would come to this. Twitchy waited for their day to destroy. Look at that, your strength is even leveling up. Gotta build up that power for destroying the world. Alright, then, so I think we need to have the gas pump to draw in. And then it outputs. Just like that. So then... I think I've mixed up my, accidentally mixed up my various outputs here and connections, and yes, hello also to you, Quack, by the way. Output pipe, we output into here. I see, because I've accidentally overlaid them. That's my problem. Cancel the build there. Let me say, there's plumbing overlay. Nah, wait, I want the gas overlay. Ventilation overlay, there we go. I've accidentally overlaid them, see. Oops. Which is what's throwing me off. Let's see, ventilation, gas pump. Alright, I can't change the side that that intake's on, so what I'm gonna have to do is put a little bridge to hop over. Make sure I'm doing this in the correct direction. I've thrown myself off because of the positioning of these. Whoops. And hello there, the Litchi Popo, and welcome to the stream also. What is drop for emote? When 250k channel points have been given, I do a new emote. So see that Kakayako and also the Kako Pog, both of those were created because of channel points. I'm gonna wait to put down this then. Cancel the build on that. And I'm going to deconstruct my pipes here, so I can make sure that I'm building all the pipes off in the right directions. So, filtered gas output chlorine. We're filtering that. We'll go ahead and put it on this side. So, intake is the white, green is the output. We put it here. We connect on the right side. And then we have the ventilation pipes going from here, the gas pump, up into here, the intake. And then it's all connected. And then we just have to power it. I can't recall if the power spot on the tank, though, is on the left or right side. And we've got some more duplicates idling. And I see that it's skelly at the moment, so since that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and start researching more. Put him to work. You know, we could start grabbing some sanitation here. Get that ready to roll. Right, they're getting the pumps built. And I would like to keep on digging over here. So we can get lots of the rust dug up. We should also put a storage container here to move all of the bleach stone off into, so when it leaches off the chlorine, it will just enter into this room for us. Does it have chat integration, or are you simply naming them after us? I'm simply naming it after chat members. So if I zoom in here, you can see, here's Skelly, which I said put a number in chat, and I named him after. Here's Painsaw, Vinci, which is Veneer, and Infinite Pepsi, named into one. Here's Lazy Shy Guy, here's GB, Sick, and Twitching. I'm gonna go ahead and just straight up build a storage bin over here. So I can get the bleach stone put off into here, so at least it's not just hanging out, continuing to fill the colony with chlorine. Like, look how much chlorine is hanging around in this place. It's too much. Alright, and it's ready for having the power plugged into it. And let's see, right now, our current load of power is like way under 1,000 watts, so we're doing pretty good. You can also see that it's saying insufficient lumber. Right now we're at 4,200 of the lumber. So we want to work quickly to get over to this polluted water. I guess even saying we want to work quickly, we've got a good deal of wood left still. So as we build out our disinfecting area here, we'll very quickly be able to reach that polluted water and start using it to water our trees up here. And hello there, Jinja Ginge, and welcome to the stream. Look at that gas pump go. Yeah, it's going very quickly now. Uh-oh. But it's, our gas vent here is overpressured. There's too much pressure in this area, so probably should come in here and dig it out a bit then. Getting in the algae distiller would be the best part because it requires chlorine to function. Alright. Oh, wait. Did we finish researching that already? Oh my god. Alright, let me look down here at ventilation. Because then what we can do is just load it off into a tank, automatically stored piped gases into canisters for manual transport. Cools the air, or cools the gas. Radiant, analyst, okay. Yeah, so if we go with this, I think we could use this canister filler, perhaps. For containing the chlorine in it. Oh, and hello there, Grey Wish, and welcome to the stream. getting some complaints of insufficient oxygen generation, but don't worry, we're about to have these rust deoxidizers built. Also, I'm wanting just here peek at my gas output oxygen. We've got lots of carbon dioxide in this room, it seems. See, and since most of it then that's being output as carbon dioxide right here, useful for all the oxiferns right here. Just stockpiling chlorine tanks. What could go wrong? Nothing, of course. Nothing would ever be a problem with that. Alright, let me see. We'll go ahead and build hand sanitizer stations. Hang on. I've almost got that storage container built. I'm gonna move it over to the side more, I think. First, however, let's put down these hand sanitizer spots. Put one here and here. It's good to have two, because that way if a duplicate is using one, when another duplicate happens to walk by, they're not, like, just blocking each other from using it. And hello to you also, Homeless David. Hello. Red is good, right? It depends on how you're defining good. We have got a lot of red over here now, my goodness. So it's like really compacting all of our good oxygen, making it so poor Vency is like constantly working in no oxygen. At least it makes it so everybody's able to peacefully sleep at night. Look at these Zoomers complaining about the lack of oxygen. Back in my day, we had to photosynthesize sunlight to make oxygen. I know, you don't have to do that anymore. Alright, change their direction. I'm going to set up an ore scrubber. But we're not going to utilize it quite yet. But I just want it there so it's available. And then we want that algae distiller next to it here. And then we will put a storage container at the end. Everything is super squished together here. Like, right now, I like this room now is like filling up with natural gas. You go in here and you're basically walking into Twitchy's fart cloud because all of the natural gas that exists in our base is a result of Twitchy farting. Like, that is where all of this natural gas is from. I'm pretty sure that no side area has contained any little pockets of it. So it's just... And the farts are natural gas, so this is just a room of farts right here. Imagine if we set up a power generator powered by natural gas. That would be a gas, power generated by farts. Oh, you finished researching again, my god. Alright, then there was the refinement. That's what I'm interested in here. Where are we at? Solid material. What I'd like is the... Let me just type it in here. Rock crusher. Oh, I've got it already. Whoa. Alright, here's the metal refinery too. Now, as I see, natural gas generator. Bang. Where's hydrogen at? Do I have that already? Yeah, right here, so I don't need to worry about the hydrogen. I'll go ahead and start getting the refinement. That way I'm able to refine metal. I want to open that room's doors. Nope. Oh, and we've pumped out everything from that room, apparently. It's just vacuum here now. So actually, going into this room, not a problem. All the natural gas now is present elsewhere. I'm pretty sure all of this orange, that's the natural gas. So every time you walk through natural gas, it's again walking through Twitchy's fart clouds. Twitchy eats mostly farts? I don't know about that one. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and power those on. Alright, we're putting the filter on this for bleach stone. Actually, what would almost be good is to dig this down into a pit of water. And I've kind of made this inconvenient, because in order to build... Hang on, no, there's 3 spaces right here. I can just barely fill a bottle emptier, wherein I could fill this little space with water. And then I would be able to put slime into it so that it wouldn't put off any polluted oxygen. As well as put the bleach stone in there, and it wouldn't put off any chlorine either. So I might actually do that. Let's deconstruct it. Alright, and we'll go ahead and attach our power down here. And since I've got this set up, that's alright, this outputs water. What was it that requires chlorine to function? There was something. That's what I had my mind on. Maybe it was a medicine. Oh, you know what? It was the ore scrubber. That's right, the ore scrubber needed the chlorine. We're gonna end up needing to build, like, a pump in here. We're gonna have it, like, our little disinfecting area extending off to the side. I might just actually have to deconstruct the hand sanitizer station and make it into a pump so I can just fill this room with chlorine. It's so tight in here. Oh, and hello there, Darth Teller, and welcome to the stream also. Well, alright. I'm deciding if I want to put a gas pump here. Yeah, because then we can have this just generally output chlorine into here, and then this can filter chlor. Because then we can use that as just a general disinfecting for the room area. We can restrict who's allowed to walk in here on the mechanized airlock so that we shouldn't have to worry about any duplicates walking past each other for the hand sanitizer. So we'll do that. Let's swap out the hand sanitizer here for a gas pump. Which means we'll also need to build a gas filter in here. So let's see. Yellow is the filtered output. Green... Yeah, the white is the intake. We'll build it like that right now. Okay, so now we need to put in the pump, ventilation, gas pump. I keep pausing also because since I've got so many duplicates that are just hanging around doing nothing, I'm trying to set it up so that I'm maximizing, or I should say more like minimizing the amount of time that I'm wasting. I've got both of these on, yes? Yes. Oh my god. Do you see? Wow. These are emitting so much oxygen. You can see that's already at 3,000 oxygen. The room is already at max gas pressure. You can see all of the blue here. I might move my gas vent just up a little bit higher here because the output of oxygen is so high. Let's stick it up there instead. So it outputs the oxygen above where the oxyferns are at. Alright, swap. Plus, then if I output it right here, it can output right next to our cooking area, so poor Vency isn't over here cooking in just carbon dioxide hell. Is this flammable? Well, oxygen, I think, can be prone to it sometimes. Yeah? Let's see. Power. Plug that in. Plug that in. Don't really care about that right now, saying no liquid output and whatnot. Okay, so what we want this to filter is the chlorine. So then that will be inputting to here. And we'll bridge it from the gas pump pulling in air, outputting the outputting all of the air. I've kind of lined this up incorrectly. This really should have been swapped around. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna deconstruct it and rebuild it. Let me double check where those points are at, too. So we want the white on the right side. Ventilation. I'm gonna stick that on a 9 so they just build it right away. I keep saying that. I don't know why I have so much of a problem. I always mix up the intake outputs and whatnot. Rebuild it in this direction. Thank you. Oxygen is not flammable. Hydrogen is, but it's a necessary element for combustion, which in most cases means oxidation. In-game, if you shoot oxygen tank, it go boom. Too much science in chat. I'm not here to learn about that. I'm here to build pipes and generate oxygen and not worry about any possible other problems that exist. It's not my deal. I leave. I walk away from the chat. I'm just here to lurk, not do math or physics. Exactly. Let's connect up the power. Back to the ventilation. Alright, this is intake, so it's outputting from here, intaking to here. And then we want to... And we have the filtered output. So this is then, I think I'm just going to put a... Just vent it out. And I'll decide if this needs to be, like, attached up to any other proper filtering methods later on. Caco walked away from the chat. Time to riot, please. As long as Petrie's still around in chat, she can take care of it. Alright. Duplicants all going back to sleep. Also, everyone's doing very well on stress now. Even Skelly. Look at them. It's fine. Is Petrie here? She was. Petrie's usually, if she is around, she's either very quiet in chat, or she's like multitasking and working on other things at the same time. So you might not see her say tons, but that doesn't mean she's not around. And now we're able to print out some additional items. What do we have? Look at that! We can just straight print some rust and use it for refining. We've also got some thimbleweed seeds. Intriguing. But I think we have that. I think there were reeds that were growing down in that table pit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and print out rust. Since that's going to be important now for our oxygen generation. And now I'm actually curious, if I go up here to colony summary, how much oxygen are, oh my god. So we went down here from 24.4 of produced up here to 450. Holy shit is right, that is a huge difference in oxygen production. So now we shouldn't have problems with producing oxygen for our colony. Holy air. Indeed. Time for a fire to start an inferno. Yep, imagine everything's going great and then all of a sudden, boom. Now what I need to almost do is set up some like proper design around this steam vent as it slowly fills up with water. Time to buy stocks in oxygen. Truly. I need to put in some deodorizers here as we want to build over into this little area. Okay, so first off, let's build that storage right there. Actually, no, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Build the storage there. You can also see that it says pipe blocked, because if I go over into ventilation now, let's see. Oh, there's overpressure, I see. I don't really want to vent this out elsewhere. Uh-oh. Someone's complaining about being starved, but here I look over at how much food I have existing. I don't think that's true. How hot's the base right now? Well, down here at the bottom, it's getting pretty warm. But otherwise, the rest of the base, completely fine. Okay, we've got the storage bin down. We go over to plumbing for the bottle emptier. Actually, what I'm gonna do is dig. I'm gonna move over cautiously. We're gonna dig here, and when they dig there, we'll build a tile here. Unreachable, huh? We'll temporarily dig out this spot also. We're having a lot of idle duplicates now. Alright, now they can build that spot. I might as well have, like, super duper hard. What is this? Apparently, Twitchy can't dig iron. They made iron. Oh, wait, that's obsidian. Oh. Hey, Twitchy. You're just barely meeting your morale needs. This puts it up with two more that are going to be needed at the cap. Well, Twitchy, looks like we're putting you into more of a mode of stress. Good luck. Have fun digging that obsidian. Time for stress. Gonna have to start, like, making some additional rooms or something, adding a bunch of artwork around the base to try and make things look pretty just for you. Alright, see now we've got that block right there. And then I can build out here, and then we're gonna put another block here, and then we'll be able to stick in the pitcher pump without having any of the polluted oxygen flow out into my little space here. Another portal. Perfect! And thank you, PP Gamer, for the 100 bits. Appreciated. Alright. Tile. Build. Here. Do you know about the actual room mechanic? Yes, I do. You can see here how I have this hospital that I've built, as well as the little barracks. I tend to be kind of neglectful in properly setting up all of the other rooms because I'm too busy trying to just get everything like building more in. I would phrase it as building more important things. Oxygen, a little bit higher of a priority than specifically saying, yes, this is the power room. Though honestly, setting this up as being labeled the power room would be super easy to do. Since all I kind of got to do. I guess though I need the... Wait. Let me look over at the room overlay. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if it's still the case. If they still required it, and they do. I do have to have a power control station in order to have this labeled as like the power plant. And hello there, Doomsday, and welcome to the stream. Alright. We've got that other tile built. I grab out the plumbing for the bottle emptier. I put it down. We can now fill this in soon. That way we can have slime stored here, as well as the bleach stone. There. There's so much stuff to manage at once. Skelly becomes concerned about. However, Quack counters it with, "Ha! You should say how Dwarf Fortress is." Skelly, however, counters back, "I played Dwarf Fortress. It's not so bad." Also, this gas pump is having a little bit of problems because, it's all full up here with oxygen. I can't pump any of the oxygen out because I can't output any of the, the air that I want to get rid of into here. I need to start digging out this area. Alright, we've got this on. Liquid water. Which means I'm going to need to, like, pump out some water from here. If I just casually, purposefully spill out some water, I need 2 tiles worth. Like, if I just... Hang on. Hang on. Here we go. Just casually mop up these spots, thus giving us some water. We then can use it to bottle out over here. In Dwarf Fortress, you don't have to worry about the air quality. True, but... You gave me the silly voice. Come on, doesn't everybody in chat have the silly voice? I should always just make sure that I'm constantly, every time I go over to read chat, I shouldn't read things like, in Dwarf Fortress, you don't have to worry about air quality. I should just always read it silly and go, in Dwarf Fortress, you don't have to worry about air quality. Dwarf Fortress is less of a game and more of a story generator. You know, I just can't handle heavy management games. It overloads my brain. That's true, but you have to worry about invasions and monsters coming from the underground. Do I have the funny voice? What are you talking about? You give us all our normal voices. Went. Alright, we've got, like, everybody's idling around here. I need to get working. We also really now need to print out some more duplicates, since I have a huge surplus of food. If I go over to, like, the oxygen overlay, the oxygen air up here is super, like, filled out. I need to move down my vent so it can be down here. So, that's one thing that's good, too, about having, like, this area open like this. Is that it allows for all the heavier gases to just sink down so that the oxygen can more easily concentrate up here. I almost should, like, just temporarily open the door. Most of the air is probably going to get sucked into the filter first. I don't know. Let's see here. We just need to put down those canisters. I'm pretty sure I finished that, yeah? Canister filler. All it's got is the intake. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I've never used... I guess we need the canister emptier that it would go pair with. So, with that being the case, hang on. Oh, well, there is the high pressure gas vent, but I don't have refined metal or plastic, so I can't make that. So I focus back on over here. What could we do? Well, we could dig out this, well, I could go ahead and dig out that bleach stone, but is there really a purpose? I can't really load it into here very effectively yet. How much wood do we have? Uh-oh. We're not looking super great with the wood, which is going to fuck us up on power. Alright, so we need to proceed quickly so that we can start getting... or so we can get access to the polluted water. Really, since none of this polluted oxygen right now is infected with any slime lung, I think it's fine to just deconstruct this all here. What I'll do is just widen it out and put a, yes, a pitcher pump here. And I don't really care about having it slightly raised up like I was on the normal water areas, since dumping polluted water down into the polluted water, like if somebody went to the bathroom right here, it's not really a huge problem. I guess I don't really want my polluted water to be polluted. I guess I can stick a tile there then, just in case. Okay, now they have direct abilities to collect polluted water, which means what I really would like to do is expand out this area so I can have some more trees. So what I'm going to do is around the base, uproot all of the arbor trees that are growing so I can relocate them to those farm tiles. Let's see, and I have 3 right here, okay. And I have them all spaced apart like this because when they grow outwards, or if they grow a lot, they grow, like, fill up the entirety of the space around them. There's one acorn, and there's another one. Now we just need one more, which I'm pretty sure I've got one set to uproot around here somewhere. Or maybe not. Wait, yes I do. It's been uprooted already. Alright, we've moved out the space. Yes, and we've also see that we've got some algae here. So I'll be ready to go soon. So I'm not super concerned either about the output right here. since for the purpose we've got lots of oxygen being generated, and I'm not concerned about getting algae, since the algae's purpose is to make oxygen. If oxygen's not a concern at the moment, then I don't need to worry about producing that. So that's kind of set to the side. What's more important is to get chlorine for the ore scrubber. Also, I want to put down some deodorizers over here to deodorize the polluted oxygen. Is this polluted water? Loud water? I don't know. What? Oh, hang on. Look at this teeny tiny fish. This tropical fry. I also see below it here there's a pacu fillet. I don't know if that's because a pacu died here, or if the fry had something to do with it. That's not a trapped pacu. That's a dead pacu. And yeah, we did have that one trapped pacu that was over here that's gone now because of me, teehee. Did we mop up that water spot, by the way, that was over here? I'm gonna have to put this water bottle emptier, because I think I might have used that water that was up there for other purposes. So that's not very useful. Did I do the art already today? I did. I did that at the start of the stream. So you see that Caco Pog? I did that at the beginning. Man, we've got a lot of arbor trees around. Like, there's one over here. We've got one there. It's telling me insufficient oxygen generation, but the only reason that's the case is because my rust oxidizers can't properly output any of their oxygen because of the rooms being so tight. I think what I'll do is I'll start using this area for my water source, even though there's this water here. That would be convenient to kind of group it together. So we're going to dig out this that will spread out the water. That should make it so that I can mop it up, bottle it, and relocate it down onto the storage bin here. Yep, now I've got a pog, and you can thank chat for that. Just barely during... Wait, hang on. I know I have insufficient oxygen generation, but I essentially have sufficient oxygen generation. The reason I don't at the moment is just because of gas pressure issues. So what I'm going to do, aside from just doing straight up a dedicated save, we're gonna print out a new chat member. Though we're kind of getting towards the end of the stream at this point. Hey, new duplicant, let's go. Let's see who's available. We've got Gossman, Mima, and Liam. Snores loudly, instantly making me not want them, because snores loudly is total shit. So over here I look at Liam, who has 7 on science, and their interest is in researching. I've already got Skelly. Let me go peek over at Skelly here real quick. Skelly, where are you? There you are. What are your skills? Currently, your science is at 9. And your interests are farming and researching. I might swap you over to be a farmer instead. Really, I'd need like a proper skill scrubber so I could rub off the points that I've put into the researcher for you. But I think I'm going to swap you, Skelly, over to being a farmer instead and grab this new farmer, or new new researcher, because the second I put any interest into researching there, it's gonna give them 2 points and instantly put them at the same level as you are. However, you are picky, like this new duplicate would be kind of pickier there. Maybe instead I'll go over here and opt for Mima and have another digger. Plus, they have an interest in ranching. So when I finally get some ranching set up, I would be able to just swap them over to do that instead. Especially since they have increased Droom resistance, which is useful for going into Slime Lung area. Though they're, extremely slow, which is absolutely awful for digging. But you can't have everyone run fast, right? How much till next emote? I would have to check. I don't have that super readily visible to me until I'm on like the screen. I think we were at like 90k-ish for the current amount. And if I look at the queue, then there's the drop. We're at like 26k that have been added on, 20k, so that'd be like 40-ish k that's been done. I also totally missed it. I'm sorry, Gloskin, because it was from an hour ago. I see that there is, you put in a new chat command to be !feet. The Twitch chat is now a barefoot only zone, no shoes or socks allowed. I look over for Gloskin if he's still in chat. That's right, he's trying to change it to !feet. I don't know about that one. However, since we're already so close to the end of the stream, I think I'd probably... Yes. Well, alright. 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 There you go. I hope you're happy, Gloskin. Alright, and now put in a number for who wants to be Mima, the extremely slow digger rancher. You don't like running around, but you do like animals and dirt? Is !feet a number? No. No. I like Battle Sheep just going right in the middle for number 50. Get the maximum safe number. Statistically speaking, true. Came back with some pasta, and the first thing I see is feet. You can thank Gloskin for that one. Alright. Final chance. I'm putting in the random command. Here we go. Enter. 72. Guess what, Airstrict? That means you win with 70. Again, hang on. Since you've done the same thing, you've done the exact same thing that happened again. Barry did 69, you did 70. If you want to split the name between the two of you, like we did with Vency, Venair, and Infinite Pepsi, I can do that. So if you wanted to be like Bipolar Airstrict or Airstrict Barry, however you want to combine your names together, you better decide now before I just do it for you and make it something stupid. Like, be air. E. Exactly. Very strict. You better change your mind now, because otherwise that's gonna be what it is. Alright, I've put it in. Be very strict. I'm printing it out. You're getting the pun named now, seeing as Barry saying whatever is good. And Airstrict just commenting my name really is terrible. Now you're very strict. There you go. You're welcome. So for the time, I'm going to make you a digger too. I think that makes you actually the third one that exists. Yep, so we've got Twitchy, Shy Guy, and now the two of you for diggers. I wonder, let me swap on to somebody who has these points. Does adding on these skills, like the lower tiers, it doesn't look like it does. So I think I could give you, like... No, some of them do, since I can see hovering over it, like... Going on top of this says morale need +1. So if I gave you, like, additional skill points down here, then you'd need more morale. I don't know about that one. However, I see that everybody's hitting 4 on morale right now. So, because of that, I'm going to go ahead and distribute some points. Not on Skelly, I'm going to refrain for the moment. And on Twitchy also, because you're going over. So, GB, you've got skill points available. I can go ahead and give you another point in construction. Sick over here. They're just barely beating it. I don't know about giving you improved farming yet. Alright, see, additional grilling for you. Totally cool. Maybe I should give you some creativity and make you start making some art around here. That would probably be good also. Alright, extra skill in cooking, paint saw. I might give you the research, actually, rather than giving you improved tinkering. That would almost be good, because then because it gives you extra science, science improves skill learning, and you'd be able to get some more skills faster. And I have not tried out AI Dungeon before, Darth, no. I've seen it, seen lots of talk about it, but I haven't tried it myself. Did I hear art? Is this an art stream? During the intro it was, and there is an art skill, but otherwise... not exactly, but hello there, Melody, and welcome to the vaguely art stream? Alright, Shy Guy. I put your point into digging, and having another person that can dig Abyssalite would be very useful. In fact, I might just go ahead and do the same thing that I did with Twitchy, and guess what? You two are being put all the way up on top. Both of you able to dig out diamond and obsidian. Expert diggers now. But now I also need to build another cot since we've got another person in here. We're gonna have to, like, expand up here for another floor of beds, I think. I love to work. Manual labor is my favorite, says Shy Guy. Of course. That's why you're a valued member of my colony here. I need to, like, put in some ladders so I can just climb up and dig out some of this area here. I really need to get this filled up with water so I can prevent any output of polluted oxygen. Now, how are we looking up here for the water? Can I mop this up now? Too much liquid? That means I need to widen it more. Also, with this area, this water spot, it'd almost be good to eliminate it completely, because then I could expand my plants here. kind of straight up, I could start doing that already. Oh, poor Sick. He's just hanging out here with the trees. He's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Most of the duplicates right now are kind of like, what the fuck are we supposed to be doing? If I could just sneak out into here and, like, bottle some water. I'm not entirely sure how I can, like, forcefully make them bottle water. If enabled, duplicates will deliver bottled waters to this building directly from pitcher pumps. Alright, so if I enable that... yes, perfect. Alright, so now I can transfer the water from here down to here. Perfect. Which maybe, if this gets full enough with water, I could totally do this with, like, bottle up some of the water and transfer it up here. Because while it will be very hot, because it's a lot cooler up here, you know, just slowly over time transfer some of the water, not a ton at once, so it has a chance to kind of cool down as I move it. And did I play Space Station 13? I have played some Space Station 13. Not a ton, just a little bit, and I haven't really had the free time to do it, since when I do play games, I only play... How would you describe it? I play games that I plan to do on stream or to test games for stream. I don't have any, like, 100% free time type stuff. And look, since I opened up this area a little bit, freeing up some space, it's allowed some more air to move into here. But I see all of the chlorine is kind of getting trapped up here instead. I think I'm going to relocate the gas filter to be over here, so it's able to pull in the chlorine more effectively. So let's build that there. Hang on, let me actually swap around the direction. Alright, this will also give them something to do, so they're all going to run over here to build this. Connect to the power. Space Station 13 incoming then. It would be an interesting game to stream, certainly. Alright, filtered output will be chlorine. Attach that to my ore scrubber. The intake, like so. And then output, I'm just gonna go ahead and output over here on this side. Since I'm going to be digging out this algae tile, we're gonna stick just a normal tile right here. Outputting the extra gases here also will help push down all of this trapped polluted oxygen on top of the deodorizer that I have built. I love now, since all of the duplicates have been idle, fucking everybody is down here to build. It could also be if I still have the build commands on priority 9. That's part of it. I should probably push that down to a 5. Just don't stream snipe if it ever happens. Yeah. If I did ever play Space Station 13, you'd have to make sure that you don't have my stream opened and are looking at it while I'm playing. And thank you for following, Blight Pup. Appreciated. Very nice. How's my wood looking, by the way? What am I at? Uh-oh. Not looking very good, I see. I need to get some more trees growing. Or otherwise, what other ways can we... There's two parts. What other ways can we make power? Let's go up here into research. Okay, here we are at power. We have the natural gas generator. We don't really have anywhere that's where there is natural gas, so that's not useful. We have the oil refinery, which converts crude oil into petroleum and natural gas. And I believe one of the additional things... Yes, there's extracts crude oil using clean water. We don't really have any of that. And converts petroleum into raw plastic. Converts petroleum into electrical power. There's a lot of overlap here. There's also like the hydrogen generator, which, something that we could do. I believe there's refinement around here. Let me look over into this group, because it's easier, because there's less to look at. There's one. The electrolyzer converts water into oxygen and hydrogen. What I could do is build a water pump down here. Technically, I can even straight use steam power. Steam power is an option. But otherwise, I can, like, build an electrolyzer and convert the water into oxygen and hydrogen and start using hydrogen power. I could remove this table and convert this little room right here. For now, let's plant some more farm tiles down over here. And plant some more trees. Oxygen not included? Damn DLCs. I know, you have to download the DLC if you want the oxygen. I can't believe the things they do for money these days. Hello there, the Great Hurt, and welcome to the stream. And hi there, Blight Pup, also. Also, I realize now, since I've got the enable auto pump on here, they might be bottling from here also, which I wouldn't really care for them to do. I'd rather they not do that, but guess I should have thought about that sooner. Is this area as full as it can be? Is that why they've stopped? Because it looks like they're not bottling anymore. Wait. Here comes very strict. So, okay, they are still moving it out into there. Also, you can see that it has been useful since I relocated these vents. It is making them work more efficiently. Let me put on the ventilation overlay, because I've set these up and I kind of need to rebuild these now. I want to deconstruct this air pump. Since its purpose was to pull in from the pump and filter out the chlorine over here, but I've kind of relocated that chlorine filter to be right here instead. I kind of did that so it would be up here trapped with all the chlorine, but it's the pump that's pulling in the air, not the gas filter, but whatever. Let's deconstruct these. It clears up space over here, at least. This is worryingly close to the poop water pit. Well, see, I need this poop water so I can water my trees, because trees love poop water, obviously. Alright, since I cleared up some space here, I'm gonna go over here in food and start building out some trees. Just give everybody something to do anyway. Right, that means we also want to uproot the trees that are around. Also, I've had this tree here for so long and they have not been auto-harvesting it, so that's not good on my part. Do I have any other trees that are growing that I can chop down? Just up here. Also, now that I've got this area closed off, I really need to build a compost pit for all of my polluted dirt. I no longer want to work with plants. Skelly upon the realization of the poop water is like, maybe I don't like plants anymore. Poop water has the electrolytes trees crave. Exactly. All you need is 1 part poop and 2 parts water to make my famous poop water. This isn't an extremely concerning thing to be reading from Infinite Pepsi. I don't really want to know that Pepsi has a recipe for poop water. That worries me. Also, now I've overfilled my water, so it was just kind of dumping on the ground. Oh no, this area is so full of gas, they're getting their eardrum. They're popping their eardrums walking into here. That's not good. Hello there, Thoth, and welcome to the stream. However, now that I've got the storage bin set up, thinking. Alright, so this right here is filtering chlorine currently. This is also filtering chlorine. Rather than just outputting this, I really should just have it connected. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong. Yeah, now I'm getting the wrong element sent to here. Whoops. I'm gonna have to deconstruct that real quick. Okay, reconnect that, please. Is this a stream? Yes, this is a stream. Welcome to it. Hello there, Matogi. Alright, look, now I've got the tiniest amount of chlorine put into the ore scrubber. Let's point this to the right. And now I've got this water spot filled up with a storage bin. I'm going to mop up this spot of polluted water. Thanks, JB. And now I'm going to start digging over here. I also actually want to put an airflow tile up here. I'm gonna toss some little ladders. That way I can put a deodorizer up on top of it. There we go. Right there. That way I can start converting this polluted oxygen into proper oxygen. Wait, this is a stream? Uh-oh. No, this is a VOD. This is a VOD pup. Don't leave. This is fine. I guess though if this was a VOD, I wouldn't know how to answer that because wouldn't be live for me to live read that. I was just guessing that's what you said. I just say that occasionally. I go, ha, actually this is not a stream, this is a VOD, I swear. Not live content. Not live content. All right, look at our industrial ingredient now. I think I've planted enough trees. Where I may be keeping up, I don't know, or just barely at least. Why did my VOD start me in the middle? A bug maybe? I'm not sure. That's very strange. You might want to contact somebody about that. But hello there. Chat member whose name I totally don't. I guess I read, uh-oh. I'm going to go ahead and guess that that was definitely Sigmaster saying that, and probably said that because this is a VOD and I wouldn't be able to watch and read that live at all. Ooh. That's a printable available. However, I would say, hey, that's a printable available. That means now is the time to name someone else. But, we're basically at 4 hours now. That means that we're more like at the end of the stream. Also, I should mention, as I'm thinking about it here with this very full storage bin and all of these rocks sitting around, in the past, I usually set up a bunch of storage to keep everything clean. Haven't been doing it this game. Look at this giant mess. Having this mess around decreases the morals for the poor duplicants. Whoops. But thank you for following also. No trial appreciated. Wait, you mean to tell me it's all VODs? It has been this entire time, I think. We've never been streaming. In actuality, I pre-record and then put it up and pretend I'm streaming. Right now, we're actually watching me having already played Oxygen Not Included. It's all in the past. Alright, I'm just kind of peeking around at the base because I'm just curious how we expanded. We kind of fixed our oxygen problem. If I go over here to the oxygen overlay, it's all like super filled in up here with the oxygen. Down here, we've got a shit ton of carbon dioxide though. Honestly, it would probably be good to just start filtering out air and sticking them into a bunch of canisters. Just that way it's can spread out a little bit more. I need to like move down my oxygen to be like dispensed down here to try and fill it up. Or even just like dig down a bunch in order to just make a gas pit for all of the gas to sink down into. Something. Jesus. Well, alright, chat. We're at the end of the stream now. Let me just save the file. Save as. New save. This was all pre-recorded. Confirm. Alright. And look what else I did too. Look at that. I did a slight modification to the intro screen to make it into a more proper outro. So now it says ending soon. Thanks for watching rather than starting soon. And also the text in the lower right corner where it has the new command, which I'm going to now change to be feet, will now also update the amount here. So let me grab out the calculator. Here we go. And then pull out the requests queue. Okay. So we've got 89 plus 28 plus 30. So we're at 147. Okay. Bang. Perfect. Cleared. And now watch though. I change that to 147. If I do a quick peek over at the intro, it still says 147. That's expert OBS working right here. I'm a professional. Look out. Wow. Okay. So, thank you, everybody who's come on by to watch. Thank you for those who have followed, and thank you for the bits also. I don't know if this will be... Hang on, I've accidentally messed up the ending amount there because I had that editing twice. That was 147. Fixed. There we go. Thank you, everybody. I don't know if I'll do another stream of Oxygen Not Included again or not. However, there will be another stream of Sonic Adventure 2 next weekend. So we'll take care of a couple more chows. And I'd have to browse at what games I've got, but I think I'll probably try to aim for a shorter, like, story-y game for Sunday. Next Sunday. And then also, yeah, you can see I've got that exclamation point mods command existing for what mods I was using for Sonic Adventure 2. Whoops. I've got some fancy chow on there. If you came on by for the stream, you'll get to see them even. But until next time, chat, I'll see you again on Wednesday if you come for the later night Wednesday stream. Otherwise, see you next weekend, huh? Let me just set up a raid. I see we've got Infernus streaming some Conan Exiles again. So we'll just head back over. Uh-oh, I did exclamation point raid instead of slash raid. Whoops. Let me, there we go. Okay, perfect. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day and night. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.